Hi Year 13! So, today's lesson, I would like you to make sure that you have listened to a podcast from the Radio 1 BBC website. Make sure it's not a listen again podcast, as in a live show podcast. I want you to listen to the actual podcast. So click on the podcast section on the BBC Radio 1 website and listen to either Greg James, Scott Mills or Matt Edmondson and their podcasts. Step 2. Analyse that podcast. Who is the presenter? What is their personality like? What is the content like on the show? Is it humorous? What sort of things are they talking about? Do you need to have been a fan of the show to understand it? Is there kind of secret messages that are going on that you think are only associated with the audience? What are they? Analyse that podcast. And then I want you to think about who are the people that have produced that podcast. So other than the presenter, who else works on that show? You need to write a list about this on your blog. Step 3, find a commercial station. You made a list of these when you're doing your spidergram. So this could be Capital FM, Capital Extra. This could be a global station such as Absolute or XFM. Or it could be a Heart station. I then want you to look at what job positions are available at a commercial station. So you've looked at Radio 1 and a podcast and who would be working on that. And then I want you to find a show from a commercial station and look at who would be working on that show. Then you need to make a blog post about both of those. List who works on these shows. And then when you've done all of that, stretch and challenge yourself. What is a community radio station? I want you to find the definition and write that down. What is it? What's involved? Who does community stations? What is it classed under with Ofcom? Okay, so look into community stations and make a blog post which only needs to be short but just explains what community radio is.